Cẩm Thu xin chào mừng quý vị và các bạn đến với chương trình Đồng tiền thông minh trên kênh truyền hình FBNC. Thưa quý vị, thị trường bất động sản Việt Nam còn khá non trẻ so với các nước trong khu vực. Khi nền kinh tế năm 2015 khép lại với những chỉ số lạc quan, GDP tăng trưởng 6,68%, nhu cầu và nguồn cung cấp bất động sản đều gia tăng. Dự đoán các hoạt động bất động sản sẽ liên tục mở rộng và sôi nổi trong thời gian tới. Đó cũng là cơ sở để Homestar, công ty công nghệ bất động sản quốc tế quyết định khởi động dự án Tim Home tại Việt Nam từ đầu năm 2016. Tim Home Việt Nam mang đến những giải pháp bất động sản toàn cầu toàn diện, đáp ứng nhu cầu bất động sản năng động cho thị trường Việt Nam. Ngày hôm nay, chúng tôi may mắn mời được đến trường quay ông Andrew Olenik, đồng sáng lập Homestar.com, công ty công nghệ bất động sản quốc tế, đồng thời cũng là giám đốc điều hành của công ty Tim Home Việt Nam.
Tháng 5 năm 2016, Timhome.vn ra đời trong bối cảnh thị trường bất động sản Việt Nam đang quay trở lại chu kỳ sôi động. Theo thống kê từ một khảo sát thăm dò thị trường Việt Nam được công bố bởi Timhome.vn, thì hiện nay mỗi tháng có hơn 5 triệu lượt tìm kiếm về bất động sản của người Việt Nam trên Google, tăng hơn 4 lần kể từ năm 2010, và con số này vẫn không ngừng gia tăng. So với năm 2013, lượt câu hỏi về bất động sản gần đây cũng đã tăng 82%, trong khi ở thành phố Hồ Chí Minh tăng 102%. Điều này còn có ý nghĩa là nhu cầu tìm hiểu thị trường nhà đất ở thành phố Hồ Chí Minh trên Google cao hơn mức bình quân của cả nước đến 20%. Từ những con số biết nói này, hơn lúc nào hết, Timhome.vn được ra mắt ngay thời điểm này với sứ mệnh là một trung tâm kết nối bất động sản trực tuyến giữa người mua và người bán. Một mô hình công nghệ do công ty công nghệ bất động sản quốc tế Homestar.com thiết kế nhằm cung cấp giải pháp phù hợp với thị trường Việt Nam. Cụ thể về câu chuyện mà chúng tôi đã đề cập ở trên và những tiện ích công nghệ mà Timhome.vn đã và đang hỗ trợ thị trường bất động sản Việt Nam như thế nào, mời quý vị cùng đến với chương trình Đồng tiền thông minh ngày hôm nay trên FBNC.
Hi, welcome to my show.
Hello.
How are you today?
Very good, thank you. Thanks for having me here.
All right. Could you please expand more about Tim Home and which added value service that Tim Home provides?
Sure. Tim Home VN is a part of an international real estate technology company called Homestars, which operates in 6 countries. And to better explain to you what Tim Home does, I'll explain to you where it comes from. It comes from my personal need as a buyer. I wanted to buy real estate at some point in my life. And I realized that it's a very important decision because based on that decision, it's going to define, it's not only going to be expensive, but it's going to define where I'm going to live, which is going to define where I'm going to work, where my kids are going to go to school, who am I going to be talking to as neighbors. And there's really not many entities who can help me with that choice because brokers do not possess the information about the whole market. Advertising, of course, is aggressive, but it's not very helpful. Websites are rarely very trustworthy, so I wanted to have an entity which would give me information about all the property projects out there, which would give it to me in a trustworthy format, proven information, comparable, and when I'm ready to talk to a human being, I wanted that entity to help me connect me with somebody who can get me the best deal and who can give me the best service. And that is what Tim Home is. So Tim Home is a real estate marketplace. We collect information about the whole market. We present it in a format with removing the marketing, present it in a format which is comparable, allows buyers to compare properties, discuss them with their wives, significant others, and when they're ready, we help them connect with the person who we believe gives them the best service to buy that property.
I see. At the moment, the market still expects free information and free advice. What would you do to address this from the market?
Absolutely. It's in real estate, it's absolutely normal that buyers do not pay for advice. It's usually the sellers who pay for help with selling the property. So on Tim Home, if you're a buyer, all our services are absolutely free. We make our money on making connections whenever a successful connection happens. Whenever we're successful finding you a flat, or whenever we're successful, connecting you with a broker, that's when our revenue happens. So we share interest. We only get paid if you choose something. Which is the foundation of our business model.
I see. What kind of information that the market is lacking of and Tim Home is providing?
It's not the problem in Vietnam. The problem is that it's too much of it. It's very unstructured. It's very aggressive, and it's not very trustworthy. If you arrive to Vietnam, or if you live in Vietnam, from the moment you're in the airplane, in the airport, in the taxi, you get attacked by advertising. Then broker starts calling you. You get text messages, you get calls, you see on the TV, you see in the newspapers. But all that information is being provided by people who are very heavily paid to sell that exact project to you. So they're not very interested in helping you make a choice. They're interested in pushing you to make the choice they want you to make. So our role is to make that choice calmer for consumers, to collect all the information, to review all the information to make sure that it's true and it's real, to present it in a format which would allow you to compare all your options, and only when you're ready to make the physical commitment of talking to a human person about a concrete property which you already like, it's our job also to connect you with that person who is going to give you the best service. So our job is to put structure into the information rather than creating new one, and making sure that whatever information you see is trustworthy and proven.
I see. So which are the main factors driving your involvement in the Vietnamese real estate market?
We get this question a lot. Every time we say that we're in real estate in Vietnam, people assume that we're here because the market is so hot. That it's so hot, that's why everybody's opening something in real estate, and that's actually not true. I was born on an emerging market. I spent my whole life doing business on emerging markets. And I understand that, hotness is just a stage. Every, emerging market is hot for 2 years, 3 years, then it cools down, then it gets hot again. That's just the nature. Because these markets are very small, which means that they're very volatile, going up and down. And that's just their nature. So if you want to build a business just on the fact that the market is hot, you're going to fail within 2-3 years. That's not why we open business here. We opened business here for another reason, because we saw a big problem. That this growing real estate market, which is very aggressive advertising, a lot of choices, is being met by a very young population. Vietnam has one of the youngest populations in the world. So these are people who, most of them are buying property for the first time. And most of them will do that once in their lifetime. So here are they in the new situation, which they haven't faced before. It's a very important decision. There's nobody to help them. Maybe in other markets would not be so successful because then it's very stable, very old. In young markets, you can really create, a future company of how it should look like.
I see.
That's why we came to Vietnam.
I see. Thank you. Let's take a short break and we shall get back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Thưa quý vị, vừa rồi là phần 1 của chương trình Đồng tiền thông minh trên kênh truyền hình FBNC, phỏng vấn ông Andrew Olenik, giám đốc điều hành của công ty Tim Home Việt Nam. Chúng tôi xin phép được quay trở lại trong vòng ít phút nữa.